And welcome everyone to Sports on Tap Extra. I'm Noah Jacobson, and today we are joined by the 2024 Avon Eagles baseball team, head coach Pat Schola, Ian Kane, Ryan Sudbrook, and Brody Pepe. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time and joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, no problem. So starting off with your season, I mean, you guys started off at like 6-10, and then somehow, some way, you guys have won 11 in a row. That includes winning the district championship against North Royalton in a 1-0 game. It was your first since 2017, but you guys eventually lost to St. Edwards in the regional semifinals. But again, a special season for you guys. The way how the season didn't start off, and then you guys wound up winning 11 in a row. So just kind of talk about how the season went for you guys.
Yeah, this year, we started out struggling and we kind of realized that early in the year, and our leaders and our captains kind of took control of it. Had a lot of meetings with our team and our coaches to figure out what was going wrong and how we could fix it. And we realized it was not more so mental, it was more so mental than physical, that we weren't really hitting as a team, we weren't doing stuff as a team. We were trying, like, for example, the leadoff guy was going up there with the mentality of just trying to get a hit, trying to get an extra base hit instead of finding that way to get on base to spark that inning that could start it for the rest of the game. And really halfway through the year, we all started hitting better with that mentality opposed to just a hit first mentality.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
that, like going off Ryan, I feel like playing for your team, playing for our team, like we established that probably halfway through the season, which led to the 11 game winning streak. And I feel like once we all bought in, it just really made everything better.
yeah, and I feel like towards the beginning of the season, I felt like the chemistry wasn't really there. I mean, we have a bunch of kids coming from multiple sports, especially like a couple kids coming from basketball, and I feel like it was kind of hard to adjust all to baseball because I mean, especially me, Ryan, and Ian, we only play baseball, so that's our year-long sport and activity that we focus on. But I mean, when everyone just started having fun together, I just feel like the chemistry really started to connect to each other, and we started playing better.
Yeah, it's really hard, like to piggyback off of what Brody said, like coming into the season, we have guys that play multiple sports and we want them to play multiple sports, which is awesome. But it's hard to sometimes get into a rhythm, find the best lineup that fits for our team. But after that 6-10 start, our guys did a really nice job just living in the moment and not getting too high, not getting too low, trusting the process. We always at the beginning of the year we want to play our best baseball by the end of the year. We always talk about that, and just so happened it happened after the 16th game.
Yeah, definitely. And Brody, it really helped you guys out going into the district championship game against North Royalton. And you wound up having a no hitter, and I could just see your teammates pouring the Gatorade on you. Just kind of talk about how special that was getting that no hitter in the district championship game.
Yeah, I mean, going out there, I didn't try to do too much. I just try to keep the runs down and give our team some time to like get some more runs, and especially like with Ian. Ian scored the one run that ended us winning us the game. It was a pass ball, but I mean, just going throughout the game, I just try to work as hard as I could, and I had the infield and outfield with my on my back. I got a couple fly balls to the outfield that got caught, a couple grounders to Ryan and Colton and Ian. And just overall, I mean, going throughout the whole game, I was just trying to limit the runs, and I ended up throwing a no hitter.
Yeah, definitely. And Brian and Ian, you both had great seasons in that. Just kind of talk about how the seasons went for you guys so far.
Yes, start of the season obviously was slow for a lot of us, like Brody was talking about. But once we all started picking it up as a team together, I feel like that's when it really took off individually as well. It was a lot of hard work at practices, figuring out what we need to do to prepare for our next game, scouting reports and stuff like that. It really helped us get an advantage on the pitcher, see how their pitcher works, and also how we need to work as a infielder and as a team.
Just like Ryan said, I feel like most of us didn't start very good. And I feel like the farther in the season, the easier it was to know what I had to fix. And I fixed it. I feel like in the playoffs, that was the best baseball I played during the year. And I feel like everyone, obviously, because we went an 11-game winning streak. But I feel like it just was better because we all believed in each other, and we all believed that we could win however far we can get.
Yeah, and coach, just recently, last Tuesday, the Little League baseball team, the Avon Eagles, like the ages 8 to 10, won the district championship, and they'll be headed to the state championship. I just kind of want to talk about how that Little League baseball team's going and how the youth program's doing for you guys.
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate in Avon to have great youth programs that we run Little League camps throughout the winter and then actually in over our spring break, and we always get a good turnout, and it starts from them, and we're able to pour the foundation in and give them our terminology that they can use at the Little League and youth level, and makes my job easier as a coach that they already have a little bit of the terminology going into as they get older, as they get to high school and so on.
Yeah, definitely. And not many Ohio high school teams play in the stadium like the Lake Erie Crushers. What a special stadium that is for minor league baseball. Just kind of talk about how special it is playing in that stadium during the home games.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
oh, sure, Brody, go ahead if you want.
Well, I just feel like it's not like a place where it's too far from home. I mean, everybody can come out and support. But you definitely don't get the vibe of like going outside your high school and going straight to your field. But it's definitely fun to get out to an all turf stadium where the walls are taller than average high school field, and you get the batters on. You just get everything that comes with it, and especially just like the dugouts are nice. And I just feel like playing on that can help a lot who want to go to the next level. Just experience that when they're not at the next level.
I would say it does help when it rains all morning and then it stops raining in the afternoon, that we're typically able to play those games, which is nice as a coach to try to figure out, especially in Northeast Ohio, when you don't really know what the weather is going to predict sometimes. But yeah, it's an awesome opportunity for our guys, and we actually were able to get some of our freshman team and our JV team to play a few games there this year. So the Crushers have been great to us over the last few years, and yeah, it's just a great opportunity for these guys.
Ryan, Ian, same question.
Yeah, it's like Brody said, preparing us for the next level, especially when a lot of fans turn up like we had at alumni night, senior night. It just makes it that much more special to us. It helps the community support feel like we're really important, give us that extra boost that we might need to win games later in the innings. And it's just really nice to play on the all-turf field, knowing that all day, if it rains, like Coach Scholla said, you still have the opportunity to play. So it's just that extra boost that can, support us either way.
I also like the environment there. Like no matter if there's fans or not, like at practice, I just love like the stadium around, just being on the field. It makes me feel like just like I don't know, it just feels great. But it's also easier, like practices, there's not a lot of cleanup. It's easier just L screens and stuff like that instead of taking bases out and breaking the field and the pitcher's mound. But yeah, I'm very grateful for Crushers.
Wait, I thought you guys loved doing that.
Yeah, we love it so much.
Yeah, for you guys, coach, coming up in 2025, you guys have 10 seniors coming back, including Brody, Ryan, and Ian. How does that help out going into the 2025 season, knowing that those 10 players will be back for you next year?
Ultimately, it just helps with the experience. I think these three can attest to their sophomore year that at the beginning of varsity, that the game was just faster. They were playing against kids that were older than them, and now we have a bunch of guys that are going to be able to return who have had varsity experience and know what it's like to be in a district championship game. And that's another part of our process. I think in that district championship game against a really good team, that we had a really tough conference schedule and then our non-conference schedule. We just want to play really good opponents to prepare us for the postseason, and the experience these guys got and our other guys throughout the year gives us a good opportunity to be the best versions of ourselves coming into next year.
Yeah, definitely. And Brody, you recently committed to Wright State University to play baseball. I know you got one more year of high school baseball, but just kind of talk about how special it is going to be playing in college baseball at Wright State.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially just the three of us, Ian going to Kent, Ryan going to Toledo. We all get to look forward to playing at the next level, which some kids are very lucky to play at. But I mean, I'm just grateful to be able to play on a great team such as Wright State. And I just think it's going to be a great experience. I mean, especially with my senior year coming up, I'm going to play as hard as I can. And that fall, that's when we get to work. I mean, some kids, it's like high school senior year. It's like getting close to the end. Mine's just my next career is just beginning. It's like flipping a page to a book. It's like a next chapter. I have the next 4 years at Wright State. I'm going to try to put in all the work I can, produce, and just hopefully have fun while doing all of that, because that's, I feel like the main thing that I believe in is like baseball is just a game. You want to have fun. You want to experience all of it. You don't want to take it too seriously, because that's how you just make errors and mess up. So I just try to have fun.
Yeah, Ryan, same question. I mean, you once again, I told Brody this earlier, like you'll be going to Toledo to play baseball, like same question. I mean, you'll be playing one more year of high school baseball, but just kind of talk about how special it is to play for Toledo baseball in the future.
Yeah, it should be a really fun experience. Taking everything I've learned in my childhood, developing it more at the D1 level, and especially teaming up with my brother again at Toledo should be really fun to play alongside him and see where we can make it.
And then Ian, you'll be playing for Kent State baseball in the future as well. Just kind of talk about how excited you are for that moment.
I'm very excited. Um, I'm excited to keep the winning culture going, and I'm glad how close Kent is, just like Toledo is for Ryan. It's like an hour away from us, and it's just great because I could come home on the weekends if I wanted to, or just I can be close to my family if I ever need it. And I was gonna say back to the Crushers turf field. I think all three, Wright State, Toledo, and Kent, they're all turf fields. So it's great to be used to turf and then go onto another turf field. Just like some kids don't play on turf at all, and then they go in college or wherever they go and play turf. We're just natural for it.
Yeah, Coach, besides talking about Brody, Ryan, and Ian, just kind of talk about some of the other players that made a big impact for you during the regular season and even during the playoff run.
Yeah, it did. Like these three guys did a great job at stepping up and becoming leaders, and like all they said, just living in the moment and playing for each other. It's really hard sometimes to like we don't want our guys to always focus on stats, but that's hard because they can see them. So when we get our guys to focus on each other, those stats kind of fall into place when we can just focus on the team aspect. What do we do to move a runner over? And these guys did a great job at that, and that's why we were able to get to where we were by the end of the season. And like I said at the beginning, it's hard sometimes to find which lineup works best. And Colin Fitch is another example that he's an incoming senior, and he stepped into that leadoff role, and we never turned back. He did a great job at just finding ways to get on base for the next guy. We have some younger guys in Blake Elder and Jensen Petro that did a nice job at just filling up the zone and throwing strikes. And it helps when you have a defense behind them like we do, and they realize that, oh, if we fill up the zone and just pitch to contact, that our defense is going to make the play more than not. And another guy is Jason Gillespie, who stepped into that DH and first base role. He was able to find the barrel more times than not, and it was very weird. Whenever Ryan got on second, he found a way to score Ryan more times than not, which was pretty cool. It seemed like a little running joke that if Ryan got on second, that Jason just had to hit it right back up the middle, and he did it, which was awesome. But we had a lot of guys, a lot of seniors that graduated this past year. Joey Griffiths, Cole Ropoleski, Chris Egger did a nice job at coming in that district semifinal game against Midview and filling up the zone and throwing strikes. So a lot of guys who are returning, and we're excited to see that too.
Well, guys, thank you so much for taking the time and joining me today. Again, what a special season for you guys. You guys, again, started off at 6-10, and the way that you guys responded with that 11-game winning streak is really special. So, again, thank you again for taking the time and joining me today.
Yeah, thank you, Noah.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks
for
for
having us out.